Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat. It is schedule release night. Schedule was just released about 2 hours ago. Baltimore Ravens have a pretty awesome schedule. Let's talk about it, guys. Right out the
Yeah,
gate, first impressions. What are we talking?
we already knew about the Chiefs game, but then to see that we're playing in four of the primetime games is always exciting to see.
Mhm.
We got the Christmas game this year again. That was kind of a shocker. I think we knew about the Chargers game. We figured that was going to be it because of the brother. What are your thoughts, Ross?
Well, I I with along a few other people, I kind of think it's bullshit to make it play the same team play on the road twice back to back on Christmas.
Tell them, Ross.
Mm.
I mean, you started playing Christmas, fine. But how are we playing on the road? I mean, as I said, what Maryland does apparently is not host Monday Night Football games either, because we have two of them, but for some reason, none of them are Baltimore. What? How does the NFL more show they don't like Baltimore? We have five primetime games. Two are
Mhm.
at home.
Yep.
I
Three
will
are on the
argue
road, both
that
Monday nights.
I'll argue that
And
our schedule wasn't the best for the home games this year. They gave us the Bills, they gave us the Bengals. I mean, you could have given us the Eagles, but when you've got teams like Houston and Kansas City on the schedule, and the Buccaneers one pisses me off. I
Yeah.
mean, they could have gone a different direction. Or the Cowboys, those kind of things. Fox gobbled that game up in the 425 slot, obviously. And they had to make us play Los Angeles on the road. So I feel like it was kind of a given. But to your point, one of those games should have been Monday night. The Bengals game should have been on Monday night at home.
Mhm.
No, I'm not going to be upset. The Bengals have 4 days rest. Fuck them.
we've played, as I saw some James Hanley tweeted out, the Ravens, both Monday night games on the road, they have played 20 Monday night games away from home, tied with the Giants for most of the NFL. And also another after our bye week, which is great. We have a late bye week. 3 games within 10 days.
How they do it.
That's how we do it, man. We're not going to make it easy. They're not going to make it easy for us. They're not going to do us any favors.
No NFL team should play 3 games within 10 games.
No, that,
They have a bye week. They didn't play on Sunday. They
I'll
didn't
go
play on
argue that last year we had one game
Wednesday.
in like a 5 month span to end the year. Remember that? It was like we played Los Angeles and then we didn't play again until like December. So it was like I don't mind it so much. I mean, and we should have our backup running back by then off of the PRP or whatever. I think they'll
yeah.
hold him out for a while. I kind of like the late bye. I do like the fact we're playing the Giants. It's kind of like we had two buys in a row.
Don't say
Except
that. No,
MetLife.
that's a trap.
It's
It's a
it's
trap.
not a trap after a bye week though. Like they'll have 2 weeks.
Except it's in MetLife. How
We
many
got
ACL?
Derek fucking Henry. That's true. We're gonna lose half our team that week.
Yeah, hopefully they don't lose fucking Derrick Henry.
That's the other thing. We not only have to play a short week on Christmas, we have to play a short week on Christmas after the Steelers.
The audience that is watching is acknowledging that you are very stressed, Ross. They feel your pain, brother.
Well,
Who
like I
does
said,
Houston play?
not even the 7 primetime games, plus 4 marquee afternoon games. Again, half of them are on the road.
Well, I will say we do play the Eagles at home, marquee afternoon game. That's an exciting one. That's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to that one personally. I am. I,
Well, I'll
I
tell you
am
this.
surprised we get the Bills at home. I'm surprised they gave us Josh Allen in Baltimore.
Well, that was always going to happen because
We always knew that. But
the
remember, home
schedule
and
is
home was never a
predetermined
question.
in that way. Like we knew we were getting Josh Allen, but the primetime aspect of it is interesting. That's
Yeah.
the day of my birthday. Day after my birthday. That poor bastard's got to come in here in prime time, and that's what they're not going to introduce the offense, I assume, right? I'm guessing.
Uh,
Probably go
Offense. It
defense.
might be defense because offense would be the Raiders. You would think.
They might open up with the defense, knowing that they're going to introduce Henry to the prime time. That's
That's true.
hype up the team. I don't know. I mean, I don't need any hyping up. What's good for us is that the Texans play the Chiefs before they play the Ravens, and we play the Steelers and the Texans. So
Mhm.
I think both teams are kind of that Christmas Day game is going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
Both
Oh,
coming
it's
off
gonna.
tough games.
Ugh. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. I will say that one being away doesn't piss me off as much because now it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about going to the game. I can actually spend Christmas with my family.
Right.
I get that, but what do you want to be able to say? I went to a game on
That's
Christmas.
one
that,
less
that
barrel.
is a cool
How is
plus.
that not a fun? And I get, and I said, back to back. Not even just for. How do you think the staff for the teams feel?
Fuck
Yeah.
up,
But
man. They're making
they have
millions.
family. They get 2 years in a row. They have to work on a day. Well, especially when they probably saw the schedule. Oh, Christmas Wednesday. That's they're not going to have us play on Wednesday. They only did it one time because of COVID.
You're talking about Cassie's tweet. Cherigo, whatever her name is, works for the Ravens.
Yeah, but just everyone was pointing out. Even any media person that tweeted, they're like, yeah, it's kind of not fair to you guys. Yeah. All of them, they go, well, got to go away on Christmas again.
I'm glad it's away. I like playing on Christmas. It's fun. Like open
And
Ravens.
tell me we would not have fun if we were at the game.
I'm not
4
going to a
o'clock
Ravens
on
game on
Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah,
Day.
I mean,
I'm
he's
trying to
got,
avoid a marital fight, Ross.
yeah, exactly. Like we can't go to these Christmas games, Ross. That's what I'm saying. I can enjoy it at home in peace.
I will. Should we like stay there, fucker?
Yeah,
But,
like,
but
bitch, you
that's
better
fine.
make your
Don't make the same team play on the road twice, even just for everyone involved.
Oh God, no.
I would have gone to the San Francisco game last year at home at 8:30 for sure.
Yeah.
That would have been a Christmas gift probably.
That would have been. I will. So I was telling Ross. I was telling Jordan before we went on air. So the Steelers game. I don't think I'm going this year. I'm gonna tell you why. I've never seen the Steelers win in person. I think it's me. I admit wholeheartedly it's me, and I cannot. We're gonna try experiment this year. I want to see something because the stats are not in my favor of going to Steelers games at all.
Same. I've seen them. I saw them lose on Christmas Day in Pittsburgh.
God
I
damn.
saw them lose in person when Centennial Holmes, I think it was, had that catch at the goal line in 2008. Is that who that was?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen them lose all those big games over the years, and it's just like it seems like they always have our number. As much as
Always.
they were back and forth, they seemed to win at the other guy's house. It seemed for a while there, like.
And look, not even to gas up the Steelers for real. They have Russell Wilson, a veteran.
Yeah.
They have gotten rid of Kenny Pickett. They got rid of Matt Canada. All the things that Steelers Twitter has been bitching about. Hey, how you doing, Jimmy? Yeah. I don't want to see that in person. So hopefully, I'm gonna grill up some ribs or something, maybe some burgers, and yeah. You really do.
Say that now to about halfway through the season, you realize you haven't been to any games because of other reasons.
Oh shit. Yeah. What are we looking at here? Hold on. Washington comes up the Beltway.
Oh, that's gonna be a shit game. God damn it. We're going to fuck that rookie up.
Yeah. When was the last time the Redskins brought an athletic quarterback in that?
Oh, that didn't work out for us. We injured RG3, but we lost to Connor.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I dare say we have a better number 92 playing this time around. A more athletic, at least. I will say that. I think Matabike.
I would love this. Yeah, okay. We got Prime Haloti now who played rugby. I would love to see Matabike try to play rugby. I've seen Nada.
We're not talking rugby. We're talking football, brother.
Okay, fine. I've seen Nada tip balls up in the air and dive and pick them off.
Yeah,
and
but
get up
how
and
much? I loved Haloti Nada, but like I feel like Haloti Nada was beneficial from like Terrell Suggs on the edge, and he had
He's great. No question.
I-95 on the other, and he had Kelly Gregg next to him, and he had like I feel like he was. I mean, he's awesome. Don't get me wrong. He made the Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying. I'm not going to put Matabike as more athletic than Nada from the play. Until I see Matabike tip and dive and make interceptions,
He just got 13
sacks.
He just got 13 sacks. It's an interior D lineman.
Did I say
anything? Fucking hard that is.
Okay. But could he not have benefited from Clowney having a career year, Van Noy having a career year?
They have career years because of him, though. That's my argument. I will say this though:
It's mostly for the case. I
it's
mean,
hard to anoint Matabuke until he does it again.
Yeah, true.
That's why teams were afraid to pay him. I think Nada proved that he was able to do it long term. Plus, I think offensive linemen were relatively bigger back then. I think they're a little smaller, more whimsical these days because you're dealing with the passing game and mobile quarterbacks. Like
Quarterbacks, yeah.
they're trying. It's a yeah. I'm not gonna.
No fucking shade to Nada. Nada is one of the goats. No shade.
I think he will be in the Hall of Fame one day.
I,
I do believe that.
I would dare say, when is he eligible? He's already eligible, right?
I think.
He should be. Should. Time is such a wild thing when you really think about it. But back to the schedule. Let's see. I mean, let's just talk about that first stretch of games there. Got the Chiefs week 1. We knew that. That's gonna be a fucking great game. It's gonna be a great game. Ribs will be smoked that week. You have the Raiders week 2 at home. Then we go to play the Cowboys. Now that's gonna be an interesting game because there was a lot of talk that Derrick Henry could have gone to the Cowboys. So the drama's already there.
I mean, it's hard for him to go. Apparently, they don't even talk to him.
Well, I guess Jerry Jones didn't think the money was worth it, where the Ravens were like, hey, here you go, buddy. Come on.
It's exciting for a 4:30 game. I think the only one we had last year was the Rams, I think. And this is like a prime Fox game. You know what I mean? Like Cowboys, it's Joe fucking Buck. Not anymore, he's on ESPN. It's whoever does the Fox games now. Is it Tom Brady?
Greg Olson and somebody.
No, he's gone. It's Tom Brady.
Oh shit, Tom Brady's gone.
Greg Olson just got demoted to team 2.
It's Tommy Boy. Tom Brady, dude. I cannot wait for Tom Brady. Can I tell you that? Like, he is so good. And I think what he's going to bring as like a player that recently played against these teams, like he loves Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to be very pro Raven in that game.
Here's the thing. I fucking hate Tony Romo. So, you would think, at least, and the reason why I say is because, again, it's another quarterback going to, that top tier analyst position. I literally hate hearing Tony Romo. Like I do. I dread it. But Tom Brady, no, I agree with you. I think that's
he was fine when he started till he started, bowing in front of Patrick Mahomes and all of them.
Yeah, it got really
weird. Was great at first because he'd be like, oh, so this is it. That is what they should do. Oh, sure, that's what they did. That's okay. And then
he got
too much.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Tom Brady, I hate him as a player. I've always respected him as like a off the field, like his commercials are funny.
Yeah,
he's great on like Monday night with the Peyton Manning and stuff. He was great in that roast, and I just feel like he's gonna add a nice element to Fox, and he's literally unfireable. It's like firing Babe Ruth or Wayne Gretzky. Like
you're not firing. Tom Brady's there to stay.
Michael Jordan's not leaving if you hire him, and that's what we're talking about. It's rarefied air. So I'm excited for that. At the chance to see him week 3 against the Cowboys.
Yeah, look for Fox for landing him because
have we ever lost in Dallas? I don't think we have. It's one of those weird stats.
Yeah,
we closed down their old stadium. I remember.
I don't think we have, to be honest. I don't know. That's gonna be a great fucking game, though. They got Ezekiel Elliott back. I'm interested to see how that goes. Dak Prescott. I mean, it's a regular season game, and the Cowboys do tend to be good in the regular season. So again, it's gonna be a tough game, but it's also an NFC team, and we've seen.
You tell me they got Ezekiel Elliott back moves a needle 0 for me because I saw him in New England.
Who?
Zeke.
Oh.
There's a reason the Cowboys let him go the first time. Them retreading is because they were dumb and didn't even look at Derrick Henry.
Yep, their loss.
It's an absolute brutal.
Any of the many running backs that moved around this offseason.
Yeah, the running back market this season was absolutely nuts.
And they went with Zeke.
I feel like they could easily go 1-4. They could go 4-1. They could go 5-0. They could go 0-5. That's a hell of a stretch. You're talking the Chiefs, Cowboys, Bills, and Bengals all in a row. At the Cincinnati Bengals, not going to be easy. They're going to be fired up for that football game. It's going to really test the mettle of this Ravens team. And if we come out of that 3-2, I'll be excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Raiders, that's a win. Cowboys should be a win. The Buffalo Bills, I think that's going to be one of those games that I believe we should win. I strongly
They no
believe it,
longer
but I
have
think the
Stephon
Bengals
Diggs.
are going to be where we
They
fall.
don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. They
Mhm.
depleted their secondary. I think the Bills take a step back big time this year. I
Are the
really
Bills on
do.
a
I think
rebuild?
I,
I mean,
I don't think they are, but at the same time, it's like you ever heard of like a Republican and name it a rhino? It's they're like a football team
Mhm.
and name it.
Yeah,
I feel like you're so used to the Bills, and it's not the Bills anymore.
it's
And we're
not.
going to see what Josh Allen's made out of. Now that he can't just chuck it up to Stephon Diggs anymore, and his number two is getting covered. Didn't Gabriel Davis leave too? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even know who's catching the football in New England.
one I think's I think they drafted Coleman out of Florida State.
It ain't worthy. They let him go to Kansas City. In
Mhm.
fact, they traded
But
to allow him.
who's one thing we haven't even mentioned the fact that we're playing them week one. They might not be without the big body wide receiver.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
And without a big body wide receiver and possibly Xavier Worthy's first ever NFL regular season action.
Yeah, you're gonna see our corner, our drafted corner, probably cover him all game.
Yeah,
I think you'll see Stevens on Hollywood Brown most of the football game,
that's true. They got him.
and Kyle Hamilton shadowing the shit out of Kelsey. I think the last game we played was against Kansas City, and I think they learned a lot in that game. And I think you're going to see them booming at the bit to play these guys, and that's giving us all summer to just game plan. I think the NFL gave us a huge advantage playing them week one versus
Yeah.
like week 18. Like it's going to be
I,
hot. Lamar
I
Jackson in
good.
game one just goes the fuck off.
Mhm.
Usually, lot to prove. Lot to prove.
Recently, it seems like it has taken Lamar a half, and that's the only thing that concerns me with how we've been doing the preseason. Because even this last year against Texans, we were like, "That's fine. It's the Texans. Week one, that's we get a half into that." Yeah, we don't necessarily might not have a half to
I will say
warm
this:
up.
the last 2 years, Lamar has coming off late season injuries in which he didn't play in the playoffs. And so we missed in 2021, didn't we?
Mhm.
In 2022, he missed because he was hurt. And then last year he came back. He was his first game in months, obviously. And then Todd Monken was introducing his new team. And so I do think that a year under Monken, a fully healthy Lamar, a Lamar that's lost some weight, adding in a Derrick Henry, I think there's so much energy about this offense. Flowers is a second year player, Bateman's in his third year. You don't have to worry about chemistry being built with OBJ. I feel like we're gonna see more like 2019 Lamar.
Yeah,
And maybe that's me being, or even 2020 Lamar. I feel like that's me being maybe a little bit too
optimistic.
and excited, but Chiefs. But I think this offense is gonna be humming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they've basically said with Lamar in terms of his weight, he's basically bulked up too much at one point the wrong way. Because everyone's like, he lost a little bit of speed. So everyone's thinking, even according to him, Lamar himself, he's like, I'm at 205 right now. I was like, what? Why is he so? Why is he so? It's because he's with the new strength of conditioning. It's basically that we're gonna build him up differently. We're
yeah.
gonna put muscle back on him, just in the right way, the right places. So we're possibly getting that more land speed Lamar back. Which, if we can get that back, then
Gonna have a hard NFL defense to be aware because if that's what we're getting, plus Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell hopefully coming back, shit, I'll take Keaton Mitchell 75% of what he was last year. That's how good he
I'll
was.
just say Keaton Mitchell. The fact that we have Derrick Henry on top of that is mind blowing.
It's
Like
fucking
you're
nuts.
talking about a guy that everyone is just hoping he gets hurt, and that's like the narrative you're seeing across like different Facebook pages and stuff. Is like
Mhm.
he's gonna get hurt. He's probably not gonna get hurt because he like takes care of himself, and
Yeah.
the Rams are gonna use him a lot less than Tennessee did. They're gonna use him. I think you got to build him up. I think he's such a huge second half guy. But at the same time, the good
Mhm.
thing is that didn't Gus Edwards lead the NFL in touchdown rushes last year as a running back? Like he had like 15 or something. Like
Yeah.
stupid number, 10 or something. Derrick Henry is going to have so many goal line carries and short yard carries in this team, and you're not going to know if he's getting it, Lamar's getting it, both of them are going to get it. Lamar's going to throw. It's
You know
unbelievable.
what's gonna be hard as fuck? That
Hey,
first Sunday night football game versus the Bills, all black. Derrick Henry. That God. No, that's gonna be
and
fucking insane.
I think compared to the past few years in terms of our running back, and we can wait for Keenan Mitchell to come back.
yeah,
It's not like the past few years with JK. We're like, Is he gonna be ready for week one? We're gonna need these guys soon. Now we're like, oh, we got Derrick Henry
Yeah, take your time, homie. You
sitting
good?
right there. And as
Of
much as people like
signing
to ride on, Justice Hill's still around. We got people.
That's
It's the
true.
equivalent of the Orioles signing Corbin Burns and then realizing they still have Grayson Rodriguez in the rotation. Like, oh, fuck, we still have him. He's cool.
It's
We got
cool.
Corbin Burns, we got Burns now, though. You want a Cy Young in 20 a couple years ago. So it's the
I
same
mean,
deal.
hell, same way in that man. We're like, oh, Kyle Bradish is starting off the year hurt. Oh well, we're good. We're fine. We got pieces. We can take
We're
time.
good.
But it's going to be insanity. And if we come out and we handle the Chiefs, which I think they're very well capable of doing, especially with that chip on their shoulder, and the Chiefs not really, we know what the Chiefs have. Like, we're not scared of the Chiefs.
Mhm.
The Chiefs don't quite realize how to cover a team that has both Derrick Henry, who commands the defense's entire attention, and they still can't stop in most games. And then we have Lamar Jackson, who demands your attention, and you combine the two, and then you still have Mark Andrews and Flowers and Isaiah Likely and Bateman and Ricard. Like, good luck. I mean, honestly, like they're all going to be. It's going to be a healthy team, hopefully, in week one. All eyes on them. They got a lot to prove. A lot to prove. It's going to be exciting. Yeah. How it goes.
My thing is, and this is one thing I thought about, because again, you just rattled off literally
Sorry.
an all Madden fucking football team there. Like literally, like somebody turned off the franchise, off the salary cap like 2 years ago, and just this is the team we got.
Just
How does a team like the Chiefs defend against that in practice? How do you replicate a Lamar Jackson? How do you replicate Derrick Henry? You can't fucking do that.
Yeah,
And that's why that Thursday night game is so fucking exciting, because it's like, again, you can't practice against that. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Pat Mahomes can run around like a fucking straight back chicken all he wants. But you can't practice against, at least on the defensive side, for what the hell's about to come. And that goes for a lot of NFL teams. Again, to me personally, some of these games do seem very daunting. They are at certain positions of the season where, we probably could use the rest. It's certain stretches where it's like, shit, that's crazy. But I think teams are going to have a very hard time lining up against us compared to last year.
You're looking at the schedule the same way we are, but on the flip side, like Houston's like, fuck, we have the Ravens on Christmas and the Chiefs
Yeah,
are
right.
like, damn it, we up against the Chiefs. And the Bengals don't like the fact they got to play on Thursday night. And so to me, I think it's the same impact. And you're right. I mean, you're talking about a team that just missed going to Super Bowl, probably should have went. They probably realized they should have went. It reminds me of 2011 when we squandered that shit and we came back, a little bit busted up, but really pissed off. And I think that's what we've got now. A team that collectively knows they have a window because it's the NFL, and every team has a window because players only play for so long. And Mark Andrews obviously knows how, blessed he is to play in the NFL after what happened to him last year. And they're all coming back. And then you've got guys like third-year Hamilton, Roquan, third year in the system, and he's got a nice guy in Simpson next to him, and all those. Everyone's just kind of pieces are coming back into place, and I think it's lining up to be a really exciting season because of that.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. No, I'm excited about next season. I again, looking at the schedule, I mean, we're the shit now. Straight up. Like, we got all the primetime games we want, and of course, none are at home, which sucks. But again, I think
I feel like the Ravens Bengals have become a Thursday night staple.
Yeah, we
Always
were just talking about that.
Always been there. I remember when we lost to AJ Green going the fuck off in 2015 or something. Like,
Damn.
we've been getting usually we get manhandled by him too. Like, it's flipped in recent years. You would think in the Joe Burrow era we wouldn't have a 4-1 record against them with Lamar, but we did.
I'm gonna be real with you, because Joe Burrow is not as good as people fucking say he is.
Well, Lamar himself is like 8-1 against the Bengals. I don't know why everyone Bengal fans always go, we're on the regular.
They
won one game against a half-injured Marlon Humphrey. Like,
they love bringing up. Yeah, they love bringing up that 1 year. I'm like,
one fucking game.
Go look at Jamar. So go look at Jamar Chase's stats all the other games against the Ravens. Yeah, you can post his career stats against the Ravens. They're going to look good. Yeah, go look at the career game by game. It's
This
not
was that one
So-
fucking good game.
Because as soon as they did that, the Ravens completely refixed their defense to
Mhm.
never have that happen again. And they drafted 2 corners this year because of what happened in that game also. And I feel like the Bengals they only ever win anything when Lamar's hurt. I don't know if you noticed that.
Nope.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow 3-4 record against the Ravens.
that's crazy.
And one of the
And-
games,
and-
they were benched
And
everybody.
they also love to talk about, Lamar's injury. Burrow's missed almost as much time in his career that Lamar has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, probably more.
I mean, he's in the shorter span. Yeah, he's missed almost chunks of every season.
And literally, they paid the shit out of him only to get injured 2 minutes later. Like, it's
And
crazy.
8-2 versus the Bengals for
But
Lamar.
Lamar's played 2 full seasons. I think COVID was a weird year. He's won MVP both times. So, like, if he plays all year, his numbers are going to be such that he's going to win the MVP award again. Like, he's like Shohei Ohtani at this point. It's kind of nuts.
That's a wild stat when you really think about it. It's like when you show up to work full time, you get the big bonus, but when you start taking days off, wow, interesting, huh?
And every time he got hurt, the Ravens were what, in first place, either in
Yeah.
the conference or division. Like,
Usually,
it's not a joke. Like, he only ever wins football games. And so to look at the schedule, it's unrealistic to think we probably won't win 11 or 12 leagues just because it's Lamar Jackson and he's going to finally beat the fucking Bengals in the last play of the game or something.
Mm-hmm.
everyone's over here like, we got like one of the top. We played like 10 playoff games last year. Do people forget that the Ravens actually play better against better teams? Pretty sure like Lamar was like 10-2 last year against teams above 500. He has some of his better games against teams. The games we lose are the ones we come here the next week. Like, how the hell did we lose that game?
Makes no fucking sense.
And he won the MVP.
Last year we come here. How did we lose to the Colts? How did we lose it? Then we'll come here the next week. Yeah, we just blow out the 49ers.
We better not fucking lose to the Broncos. That's that trap game I see here.
Psychotic team. Yeah, I'm excited. That Monday night game against Los Angeles will be fun too.
Oh, that's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna be in Miami to watch that. Random as fuck, but I'm gonna be.
Thanksgiving week too.
That's the week. That's the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's when I go.
As soon as they gave us the hot thing to Christmas Day, I was like, they're not giving us both holidays.
I had to
Are they?
double check that date because I didn't see the day of the week. I just saw November 25th, and that just prime time. I said that just feels like a Thanksgiving date.
Yeah.
Up next, everyone was saying it once it came official that we were playing on Christmas. Everyone was like, "There's no way the NFL is going to give us both, are they?"
Can we talk about Netflix though? Throwing down big money for this.
Does that mean the game is saved on Netflix forever?
That's a very good
If
question.
we beat the shit out of Houston, I can watch it over and over. I can watch like, the preview of it while I'm looking for something else to watch, and it's like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, like no, these are great questions. These are great. Wow, I just noticed the Nada jersey sent behind Ross as we were talking shit about Nada a little bit earlier. I forgot he has him pinned on his wall. That's crazy. But no, like
pin right there.
Yeah. No, like with Netflix, me personally, it's like I know like all the TV contracts are about to get shifted over the next couple of years, actually. Like ESPN, I think, is gonna have to redo their contracts, the local broadcast, which is crazy to me that again, professional sports, especially should without a doubt 100% baseball included, should be on the local affiliates, CBS or Fox or ABC. That you can put the game on Netflix, you can put the game on NFL Network, do whatever the fuck you got to do. But no matter what, if it's a local game, it needs to be local.
The NFL is 10 times better at that than MLB.
Yeah.
MLB, they have let every team they've let every team pretty much have their own broadcast network, which granted, I get it, it's harder. NFL, you all play, every game is basically on 3, 5, 6 days a week nowadays. And it's getting harder now, but who the fuck knows? Baseball every day, you can't really expect them that, but
that's true.
At least football, they almost are required because anytime the game's on Thursday nights on Prime, it's on Channel 11. It's almost they are legally obligated to like these exclusive Netflix games. And I was like, does that mean it's on Netflix? No, it's gonna be.
You get your channel.
Has to be broadcast. Baseball, yeah, they're all a bunch of greedy fuckers. And that's
Yeah.
baseball and Rob Manfred and all of them have let baseball get way out of hand in terms of all that.
I hope as the contracts for these broadcast contracts come up and they start to get renegotiated, I really do hope that stays for football. Like again, it's I think what makes football a lot more accessible to more of the country, whereas baseball, I mean, at least in Baltimore, baseball is kind of picked back up now that the Orioles are good. And I still think across the league, baseball is still one of those sports that's like they could do better.
There's a whole
Football,
pocket of the audience. There's a whole pocket of Baltimore that just isn't watching the games all the
yeah.
time.
You go to the game now, they don't even sell the outfield, that outfield section.
They haven't done that in really years now.
It hasn't been that long. It's still crazy that you can't put asses in seats though. And that's across the league. You watch any fucking baseball game and half the damn stadium's empty.
It's apples and oranges because there's only 8 Ravens games and there's
That's true too.
Oriole games.
That's
the kicker.
That's always the hardest measure, especially now weekdays during these last few months. Once June, July hits, maybe weekdays will start getting more filled.
Yeah.
Like today, they had field trip day for their 12 o'clock game.
What? I wish I had a field trip.
I'll tell you right now, Ravens aren't going to sell out the Broncos. You know what I mean? That's just not. Like the Ravens have trouble putting butts in seats for games that aren't good.
That's true.
I don't know if it's bad weather. So it's like
it's
what it is. I mean, the Ravens are blessed that they have all these primetime games and they're in the best division in football. So it just lines up beautifully that most of these games will be well attended. Yeah. And then you want to go see them play the Eagles. It's a great game. Talking about the NFC's best. That's just
what are we looking at here?
I could get flex for all fucking know.
The one thing I do like about our schedule is the one I like the first 8 games or whatever are just like one schedule had one year where it road home, road home, road home.
Mm-hmm.
And we never have more than a stretch of 2 games on the road.
Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah, so we go home. Yeah, we go road, home, road, home, road, home, road, home, home.
Yeah.
Road, home.
Then we got that week bye. We got that week 14 bye.
And another note on that week 14 bye is the latest they had in 200 years. During the last time they had was during the 2000 Super Bowl run. They had a week 14 bye.
It does.
So everything's basically lining up that we should be winning the Super Bowl because we lost the AFC Championship game last year.
If you're gonna go
we won the Super Bowl.
It's great. And then because you're talking about a bye there, they could potentially have a bye week 18.
Mm-hmm.
So the Brown, it depends on where the Ravens are. And then if they can get that number 1 seed, another bye, they can make part of, I mean, there's a chance that they can rest quite a bit down the stretch, which is great for this football team because they're going to be great in the middle of the year.
The one thing I do think it's funny is how they have that week 18 listed as a date TBD. We're playing on Sunday that game. That's after Christmas.
Yeah.
I think
they're trying to determine if it's going to be an important game that they may have to
but I can tell you this. We're not going to play Wednesday, then have us play on Saturday.
No. If anything, I think what that is saying is like, are they trying
to I know they're waiting for the time, but the date can be Sunday. We ain't playing Saturday after Christmas.
No, there's no way. And if they do, that's weird. And Steve Bisciotti should probably look into the NFL's decision making because that's weird. No, looking at this schedule though, without a doubt, I think this is probably a 2, maybe 3 loss season.
They'll probably lose a game they shouldn't lose in there too and make it a 4-game season. That always happens. I wouldn't be shocked if they lose the fucking Broncos. The sandwich between the Browns and the Bengals. And
I was about to say that's like the perfect game.
They'll make it look hard regardless.
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen. At this point, that's betting. It'd be unrealistic to think we're not going to be up like 10-7 on Washington at halftime. Be like, what the fuck? It happens every year. It doesn't matter what. We're gonna struggle in the red zone or something and
Yeah.
throw a pick at the fucking 5
We
yard line.
shouldn't when we got a fucking linebacker as a running back now.
After beating the shit out of Cincinnati too, watch that'll happen. We'll beat
That's nuts.
Cincinnati by double digits and then barely beat Washington on a field goal kick or something. But that's the NFL.
Yeah, I think the Eagles game could be tricky.
It's home though, thank God.
Speaking of the Eagles, we played them twice this year.
They're gonna travel.
Yeah, we play them in the preseason, and we play. Oh. Yeah, that's wild.
You're not gonna see any Ravens in the preseason. You're not gonna see them. They're not gonna even want to let that beast out of the cage. You're gonna see a lot of that rookie quarterback we got. That's gonna look nothing like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs game is 50-50. Again, it in terms of if you compare it to the AFC Championship to now, I think this is a good chance for us to win it. We also had a great chance to win it before. In Arrowhead, I mean, didn't the Lions go in Arrowhead and beat them?
They did. They didn't have Kelsey. They didn't have Jones. I do think that the Ravens want it more. They're just going.
Yeah,
and I think they're just a little. Their offense is so much more different this year than it was last year, where the Chiefs aren't. And I think the Chiefs also are going to be overhyped and all stuff. I just think that there's an opportunity there to really take advantage of a situation that's been building for a while now. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, but it's the Chiefs. They'll fucking pull something out of their ass.
It's gonna be something. This is a good schedule.
Ready to be hurt again.
I'm ready. I'm just ready for football to come back. Again, I've been loving baseball. It's been great, but I need but that does it for our show. Any last thoughts, gentlemen, before we go off air? Jordan.
Not really. We're entering that section of the summer where it's like mini camp, and then you've got training camp in a month or 2 months. What is it? June? It's May still.
It's about to fly.
Month and a half. And then it's gonna be let's go. And you're gonna see the rookies out in the field and all that stuff. And just hopefully we get through it healthy and get into Kansas City with most of our horses, because I think we got a fun year on tap.
Yeah. 100%. Ross?
Not much other than fact. Did y'all see the thing I sent you that Hard Knocks has an off-season version now?
Yeah, I did see that. What the hell?
It's following the Giants up until July, so all their draft process and all that. So the NFL and HBO is like, no, we'll do everything, because someone even specifically said like, oh no, this isn't the training camp one. This is the off-season one.
I wonder if it'll be I bet it's the Chargers, because I think they're gonna they weren't a good team last year, so they hit the bill, and then you've got a guy like
they have a new head coach. I think gives them a pass. They've recently came out with rules of how you can not be on it and all that, because they were sort of trying to find a way to rotate around, and basically they're giving a list of teams like you can't say no. But I think if you get a new head coach, I think that's a rule that you can be like, no, we don't want you here.
Maybe Chicago then.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Ravens, I think, are always either just like right on the line of cuffs of you can't say no.
Yeah, make the playoffs. You're not going to be in it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, it's the whole like list of rules after them.
Yeah, that's gonna be, honestly, I would just because of how good our front office is, I would actually be interested to see a Ravens off-season Hard Knocks. That would be cool.
Oh, remember we used to be the Hard Knocks.
Oh, I know.
Then the Cowboys took it over.
Yeah.
And then they did the Dolphins mid-season Hard Knocks this year.
That's true.
That was kind of fun when I watched the episode where they played the Ravens.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, no,
it happens.
Going across Ravens Walk, though, last thoughts, though, shout out to the O's today. Walk-off homer, Adley. That was beautiful.
I will be completely honest. They did not deserve the win today.
That's 105 straight series without a
fucking insane.
And I agree. Great record. They need to pray to any god that they fucking believe in, because they did not deserve the win today.
Whoever wins deserves
it. You have multiple times you have runners on second and third with less than one out and you don't score. then you got the replay, not knowing how to do a replay.
We have Dadley Clutchman. And
No,
all I'm gonna say.
I said, well, okay, great win. But if I'm happy we won, I'll take every win possible.
Doesn't sound like you're happy.
Yeah, it doesn't. You sound real mad for a guy that just had a win.
No. If you looked at it, if you look at those stats, 11 guys left on 11 people left on base.
Yeah, it's baseball.
11 hits. No clutch hitting.
Hey,
Currently have two outfielders that don't know how to hit.
Hey, I
don't know. There's too many people in slumps right now. It's concerning me.
Oh God, man, no, those are still the shit. I mean, whether they deserve to win or not.
I said you can't play like this all year and expect to go somewhere.
You're talking like a guy that didn't just live through a decade of shit baseball, my friend.
I'm
talking like someone who clearly knows that this team can do better than they're doing. That knows they could score way more than they are right now. We dominated Toronto last year.
Yeah.
I'm sound like a person who expects more. Because I know they can do more.
You sound like a dad. Like you're giving dad energy right now. It's like I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed.
Hey, these kids on this team are 10 years younger than us.
Which, yeah, that's
they're children to us, Gerald. We can give them dad energy.
Oh shit, bunch of dad age dudes just talking sports. That's what I love. That is Charm City beat. But no, that does it for our show. Exciting season ahead for the Ravens. Still crazy fucking season for the Orioles still going on. Hopefully Ross will be satisfied one day with the Orioles. Will they? We will find out. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will be here all off season heading into the regular season in September.